Just found out that AGP, Angry Grandpa, has cancer. You guys can check out the video on the Angry Grandpa show. There was a spot on his back, and then it started growing. So they went and got test results like 3 weeks ago, and it came out positive for cancer. Now, the thing is, they didn't tell. Angry Grandpa didn't want to tell, kid behind the camera because worried that he didn't want him to worry about it or anything like that. But it's real sad. Everybody knows Angry Grandpa is. He's a real like, I don't know. He's not a nice guy, but he's real. Like, he's a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll straight up with you. So once you get to know him, like, and all the series and everything, he's actually like a pretty cool guy. A lot of people love him and stuff. So, hopefully, I always see him smoking cigarettes. Like, he'll smoke like 2 packs a day or something. I don't know how many. They never made a video on how many packs of cigarettes he smokes, but I was wondering. I was like, man, this guy, he's 60-some years old, 62 or 64, and you can Google it, but he's smoking like a chimney. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's he's probably been smoking for who knows how many years now. It's gonna catch up with you eventually. When you're creating bad habits for yourself, it's gonna catch up. Like, even me eating too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop doing that, because then it's gonna catch up with me. And my family, we have heart problems. So, I get cancer, but I might have I might get a heart attack, heart failure, something with my heart. My grandpa died of a heart attack. Heart. My uncle just died of a heart. Something with his heart. But anyways. Not too long ago, like it was last year, he passed. But my grandpa passed. Well, all my grandparents are gone now. Both my grandmas just passed last year. We're all not gonna be here for that long. Even if you don't get cancer, your body gets old. We're gonna pass sooner or later. But you want to try and preserve how long you stay here, because it's just right. You don't want to commit suicide or do something to where you're gonna try and your life, because even if you're in a bad situation, you can get out of that situation if you put your mind to it. In most cases, like if you're in a concentration camp, stuff like that, even they still got out, but it took longer. Sometimes it takes longer than other times. Sometimes it's harder, like if you're in a camp, but hopefully it's just a small spot that's on his skin and they can just cut it out, like he was saying. But if it's coming from the inside out, like I'm saying, like inside from his lungs or inside from his, like he said, they're not going to know how much it's spread until they start cutting it out. If it's coming from the inside out, then he has a real problem, because it could be once it starts. And he needs to do it as soon as possible. That stuff grows rapidly, depending on what type of cancer he has. If he has type 3 cancer, skin cancer type, it could be in early stages, or it could be in late stages to where, it's already gotten on his lungs, and it's already gotten on his arteries and stuff like that, Then they'll give him like a month to live or whatever, or a few months to live, depending how fast they see that it's spreading. But right now, what I would suggest that he do is there's some superfoods that he should start eating and stop smoking. I would think, well, I don't know if he should stop cold turkey, because smoking that much for that long, you probably have to stop gradually. Just start cutting back here and there. So yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm not gonna lie, I used to smoke cigarettes and other stuff, but I got over it by just chewing gum. It's a habit. Same thing as eating too much. Right now, I'm probably eating too much. it's a habit. You can stop your habits by changing little things, drinking more water before, stuff like that. So, a lot of times before I went to bed, I couldn't breathe because of the cigarettes. I'm like, I need to get off these cigarettes. And so, different things would help, but, I finally got off of them. Hopefully AGP will realize, he's been smoking like packs and packs for who knows how many years, so it's probably going to be really hard for him to stop. But there's a fruit I was talking about right now. It's called guanabana in Spanish. Guanabana. Or it's in Spanish it's guanabana. Guanabana. In English it's guanabana or something like that. But it looks kind of like an avocado with spikes, I guess you would say. I don't know how to explain it, but it has spikes, like little picas. And it helps it helps with cancer, free radicals. Like, it's 60% better than chemotherapy. You need to eat a ton of this. At that stage of cancer, it's probably, I don't want to say irreversible, because like so many things, everything's possible, but it would definitely stop it from growing to where he can get the surgery, and then it'll stop, become more dormant and stuff like that, instead of, because at his age, going through chemotherapy, radiation, all that, that'll be really hard on his body. And I don't know if he might not make it through chemo, radiation, and chemotherapy at his age, because it kills all your cells. And at his age, he already has a low immune system, so, I'm not saying that he has no chance at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not a doctor. Like, doctors say, oh, you have no chance, statistically, don't listen to doctors. Doctors always BS you, because they're telling you what the chart says or what the paper says, what the book says. I don't go by any books, man. There's a lot beyond the books. There's spirit beyond the books. There's mental awareness. There's a lot of things that you can't see that are going on. So with that being said, yeah, of course he could make it out of there, out of that cancer. He can make it out for sure, without a doubt. He just needs to, like I said, try and get off smoking. Number one, try and eat less. Trying to work for his life. He's crying about his life, but he never works for his life. Like, he never tries to help himself. But now he needs to know, and he needs to learn, because, and the kid behind the camera has the money to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pay for all his bills and stuff like that, chemo, radiation, whatever they think that he needs to do. He has money to pay for that, because he has the money now from the shows. So, I'm not worried about that for them. So they can take care of that. They can buy. Guanabana is a very expensive fruit. It's a superfruit. And it's in Brazil. It's in very few places, but it's expensive. It's like $10 a pop, $11, depending on where you get it from. So, with that being said, he could make it for sure, depending on his will. And I think that he is gonna make it. From what I feel, because I feel things out too, and I use statistics like I just showed you. I try and combine the spiritual with the physical, and have a good balance there to figure out what's going on. And I feel like, yeah, he's gonna make it. He's a strong-willed person, naturally strong-willed. Even though he smokes, and even though all those other things add up against him, I believe that he could easily make it. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, mostly share this video. Peace out.